Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Noel, for your overzealous and generous remarks. Believe me, no one gets anything done without the help of a lot of other people. And Adam, if he didn't know that when he started this campaign, he knows it today. My remarks are going to hopefully not be boring, but nevertheless, I want to make it clear so that if anything goes out there in the public as to why I am taking this step, I want it perfectly clear. Because I think it's important to understand how important this election is for the future of Illinois. And in this election, Illinois Republicans have a unique opportunity. In fact, they have a grave responsibility. That opportunity is to nominate as their standard bearer the next governor of the state of Illinois. Odds are, with the trends that are going on nationally and here in Illinois, based on, frankly, 8 years of gross mismanagement of our fiscal affairs, the Republicans are in a position to select the next governor. But more importantly than that privilege is their duty to select a standard bearer who will stand for the principles, the ideals, and the party platform of the Illinois Republican Party and the National Republican Party. I have spent time meeting with Adam, probing who he is and why he's interested in public service. I have found no political baggage, and that's a very important find in this particular election season. Adam grew up in downstate Herscher. Do I have that right, Adam?
You do, Patrick.
In a loving family. I had the pleasure of meeting his mother and father today, and I can tell you they reaffirmed what I suspected by meeting Adam. First child out of a group of 7. His father was a public school teacher. Adam and his wife live in Hinsdale, where they are raising 3 young children. I haven't met his wife. I haven't met the 3 young children, but I suspect I'll be very pleased when they have the opportunity to meet them as well. Adam comes to this election season with some money in his pocket. For some reason that seems to be all the rage in Republican politics. How much money do you have? Can you fund your own campaign? The important thing to learn about the fact that Adam brought some money out of his own pocket is how he got the money in his pocket. He made it the old-fashioned way, as an entrepreneur outside politics, building up a business with his brother, a business he grew to over $20 million in annual sales and, frankly, provided jobs for more than 100 people. Now, I want to make some general observations about politics in Illinois. I grew up in Illinois. I grew up in the southwest corner of the city of Chicago. Now, Mike Galbraith is here from down around, we call the Metro East area. When I ran statewide, I learned all about the Metro East area. It's very much like the suburbs of Chicago. However, when you go down there and you're from Chicago, it's all the rage to say, that guy's from Chicago. Doesn't matter whether you're from the suburbs or whether you're in Chicago proper, but downstate politics, it's all the rage to say, that guy is a Chicagoan. Well, they've been running against Chicago for so long, it's a knee-jerk reaction. You're anti-Chicago. What they found out in 2002, when I ran for office, is that, this guy believes in a lot of things we believe in. And they kept listening, and they found out, holy cow, he believes in just about everything we believe in. Well, I grew up in Chicago, in the southwest corner of the city. Let me tell you something. There was not a lick of difference between the neighborhood I grew up when I was a kid there and the area that Mike is from. We have solid values. It's all over Illinois. It's not just in downstate. It's not just in Metro East. It's not just in deep southern Illinois. It's in families and neighborhoods all over the state of Illinois. But having grown up here, what have I witnessed? What have we all witnessed, those of us who've grown up in Chicago? Time and again, politicians being hauled off to jail. National disgrace for Illinois right now. Our former Republican governor is sitting in a pen. I think he's somewhere over near Indiana somewhere. Our most recent governor is likely going to be in that same situation, they can get a jury pool that hasn't been influenced by its public antics. And we have a sitting governor who, when he smelled blood in the water, all of a sudden was against his running mate for two election cycles, and is now sitting as the governor. But you can go deeper into Illinois politics and find out that the corruption has been there not just because George Ryan happened to be the governor of the state of Illinois for 4 years. It went much deeper in that. Old timers like me remember there was, I believe he was a Secretary of State, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Paul Powell. Now a lot of people don't know that Paul Powell died. They know this part. He died in a hotel room in Springfield, in the closet of the hotel, which is a hotel room that he just what happened didn't have to be in. He actually lived in that hotel room, where a shoebox is full of money. Let me tell you what you probably don't know. He was dead. The money was found. It was cash, including checks payable to Paul Powell that were, frankly, checks that were to go to the Secretary of State's office, as I recall. Do you know that none of that money was ever returned to the state of Illinois? Nobody was ever convicted. It was a newspaper story. It was a flash and it was gone. But we remember it. But sadly, we have too many examples of that in Illinois.